Okay, the song ended. Hello everyone, welcome back to the afternoon session. Let me short introduction first. I'm Hao Jing, the president of Tech Club. I'll be around this afternoon, so if you have any questions or like Chia Hong couldn't attend to your comments or whatever, I'll be here to assist you. So if there's any problem, just let me know in the chat box. How was lunch, everyone? Did you guys eat your lunch and ready for the afternoon session?
And this morning, I forgot to introduce myself. My
Oops.
name is Li Shen. Everyone, hi. Okay.
So I see that most of our friends here are back, but I guess there are a few people still stuck with their lunch, I guess. So do you guys have any feedback or whatever you want to share until now? Like, how was the morning session? Is everything okay? Like, could you grasp the knowledge and like, could you catch up? Was the pace okay? Was it too fast for you? Or like, it's good, it's very good. Just launch your messages in the chat box. Guys, don't be shy. We are all like seniors here, you know. Like me, Li Xian, Cha Hong are from the same class, software engineering. And yeah, so like we are all seniors only, no lecturers here, everything. So we just chill and feel free to say anything in the chat box. It's gonna be private between us only. So no worries. Like if you have any questions, just type in the chat box lah. Don't be shy also. Like if you think like, oh, I don't know how to do this, and you face error but you don't know how to do, then you feel a bit paiseh, don't want to say out because like no one raised up the question. Maybe everyone feel the same. So let me see how many people are around here. I think most of here, everyone attended the morning session, right? Did everyone here attended the morning session? If you're new here, like you never attend the morning session, you can say me in the chat box or something. But it's okay, we have the recording. And also the whole session's recording will be up on our YouTube later. So don't worry if you like couldn't catch up for a part and like for a question, like for a module that, oh, I don't know how to do this. Never mind, you got YouTube later. Okay. Jia Hong, do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, sure.
And we shall get ready to pass the session over to Jia Hong so that because we will end 4 p.m. later. So don't want to take too much time chit-chatting. We always have time for that.
I saw someone is typing, so anyway, let's start first. So the second session, I will introduce things called the programming paradigm and object-oriented programming concepts. So programming paradigm is like a philosophical question about what is a program and what a feature of programming language should have to support the definition. So everything we've done before is called the procedural programming, which think a program is a set of operations on data. So it should support the operation and support grouping the operation and passing data to this group, which is function. And object-oriented programming thinks other way around. It thinks a program is a simulation of things and the interaction between them, and therefore should support the creation of things, which is class and object, and should support the interaction, which are called methods. Let's see if the guy is done typing. No. Okay. So let's introduce some basic concept of OOP. Well, most of the time, if we referring to OOP concept, we means the lower 6 things. But I feel like the top 2 are also important to know. Okay, so fields is basically a property or measurement or characteristic of a thing. So for example, a book has fields like page number, title, orders, and so on. And methods is what you can do to that thing. So book, you can read, you can write, or you can burn it, anything. Class means a type of things like books. And object is the actual things like your textbook. So there's something belongs to object but not belongs to class. Like you cannot answer the question how many pages a book have without referring to a specific book. This is the difference between class and object. So please recall that the page number actually belongs to fields, so it belongs to object. So before you answer the question how many pages a book have, you really need an instance and concrete object of it. And in programming, class is just a group of functions. They are called methods. They are actually functions, but with different name. An object is a group of variables, and they are called fields. Just different name of the same things. Inheritance is basically saying subtypes. Like book can have a subtype ebook, which will have a new function, new things you can do to it, like download, edit, and delete. Polymorphism means a subtype can behave differently with its base type. Like ebook belongs to book, but you turn the page of ebook and book differently. Like you turn the page of ebook by swiping, but you turn page of book by like literally take out the page and flip it. So in programming in OOP, inheritance means you build a new class on top of existing class. And same thing happens at an object here. Polymorphism means you can, when you are building new class on top of an existing class, you can also build new things on top of existing methods. So you just like put it on top of it. Same for properties, same for the objects. Encapsulation and abstraction basically means I don't care. So when you are using a tablet to read an ebook, you don't need to care about how the tablet works. And when you are making some decisions, you don't care. Sometimes you don't care about other properties. Like this example question: 1 kilogram of book or 1 kilogram of mystery liquid from another universe, which one is heavier? Like even though you know nothing about the so-called mysterious liquid from another universe, you still can decide that they are the same weight. Because like they literally have the same weight. That is a speed run through the basic concepts. Is everything okay? Like in programming, encapsulation and abstraction means when you are calling a method, you don't need to care about what is happening behind the scenes. These two concepts are very similar with each other. So I'll just. Is everything okay? Okay, so there's some things different when you are doing procedural programming and object-oriented programming. So in procedural, you break down a problem, you have solution, you stack them together. But OOP, you stack them together in a different ways. You first group them into several classes, and you write a main function and tell the main function when to access which methods. So there's some benefits. It's easy to write because the process of breaking down problem is very well defined. Identify objects, then class, then the methods and fields. It's also easier to read the OOP code because the main function, this thing, actually focus on the high level logic. So it focus on do something first, and then another things, and then another things. The actual implementation are hiding inside this, and you don't need really to care about it. And higher code reusability because the OOP allows you to build new class on top of existing classes. Yeah, so there's some benefits for OOP. So I know most of you will be confused. So let's see some example, and hopefully you will not be even more confused. So if any question, just like talk to me. So we will see an example of OOP by trying to implement a game called a Royal Game of Earl. So I'll play this video. We will focus on rules here. So I already skipped the history and other things.
Okay, so what this is the following. It's a race log. Okay, you have 7, I have 7 pieces. Yep. So this is your route. You come in here, you turn the corner, go along there, you come out there, and you come off. Okay. I do obviously the same thing on my side. Yeah. And this is the idea. You want to get all your pieces, A, on the board, B, round the track, and C, off the edge before I do. Okay. What makes it interesting is the following thing. But here we are at war. So if you trundle along here, calmly and peacefully get to peace on here, I have a lucky throw and land on that square. You have to come off again. And I restart from there. Okay. Next thing is that these squares here give you a second throw. And also that you are safe on this square here. So if you sit there, no one can land on it or knock it off. And if you roll and land there, you just don't get to move. You just can't go. Jump over it. But if you can't land on that square, while someone fits. Now, the nice part of something else, have a look. People always say they are pyramids, but actually they are tetrahedrons. They've got 4 triangle base, not square base. Exactly. So, and they have 2 of the 4 corners marked with a white blob. Yes. So when you throw 4 off, it's a random number of white blobs that sticks up, and that's how you get your score. Okay. And if you throw 4 with no white mark, then you lose the 0. Yeah. So the thing is, it's quite exciting. I hope you're braced for it because
This is basically the rules. Is everything okay? Or if you cannot hear or watch the video clearly, here is the summary. So both players have 7 pieces. First, to move them to the end, one again. And if a piece land off another piece of opponent, then the landed on one get knocked off and back to the beginning. But there is 1 square on the board grant invincibility, and the piece cannot be captured on that square. There are 5 squares that gives a second throw to the player and 1 grant invincibility. And player need to throw 4, I don't know how to read things to decide how many squares to move their pieces. And you cannot go over the board, so and player lose a turn if they throw a 0 or have no legal move. So kind of like this. So is that okay? Understand again? maybe I can. Okay, so here is my implementation of the game. So I can see chat like this. So now I go first and I throw a dice 3. Let's just put a dice here. So I move forward 1, 2, 3 square and end out it here. And now the AI turn, they throw a 1 and then land a new piece on the board. And the aim of the game is to get all of my pieces off the board to here. Okay. So now I throw a 2, put a new piece. Now I throw a 1, I can move these pieces to this square and it will grant me a second throw. Look, it's my turn again. So and now I cannot capture my own piece, so I cannot move this one. I also cannot put a new piece because it will land on my own piece. So I can only move this now. Yeah, the game is kind of like this. So I will share the file to you later. And let's go into the code. How do I arrange this? So because the board is a really weird shape, so in implementation I have to like break it into 3 pieces: start, middle, and end. And by this, self is actually refers to the object. Self refer to this thing. So because in Python we don't need to declare a variable, so it leads to one problem. When you assign something to a variable, Python don't know which scope the variable belongs to. I can have another variable start here, and it will be confused which start this refer to. So this is how Python solve this problem, by adding a self.start at the front. Then Python will know the start belongs inside this object. So start is a field of the object here. And then I have other properties to keep track of the game status. Player of this turn is first player 1, and both players have 7 pieces at the start. And initially, no player have any piece at the end. And there are 3 square on the row, grant extra throw, and the 8 square cannot be captured. And because this is a really weird, like I break the board into 3 parts, so it's really weird to access. So I have this function to encapsulate this board. So whenever I want to use this tree, I just pass a variable into this function, this method, and it will automatically tell me which one to access. So I don't need to worry about the accessing. Set piece have the same logic here. Has legal move. So okay. So we have 2 classes here, and the board is responsible to check if the current position has a legal move. So here, if player throw a 0, then he cannot move. And then here I just brute force my way out. I repeatedly check if each move have generate a warning message or not. And make move, check the move is legal or not, and then make the move hidden behind this variable logic, and check if the piece land on the extra turn square or not. Otherwise, give the turn to next player. And this function check which player have 7 pieces at the end and tell me which one is a winner. So here is the abstraction part. So this function with this logic will help me print out the board. So I want to display this board on the screen, like what I just did. Oops. Like what I just did, but I don't want to. But print function don't want to like know each details of the object. So by defining this special function, double underscore string, print function will know how to print out the object without knowing what is happening inside this abstraction. Okay, now player C board, just simply print out, throw dice using random, throwing 4 dice. Select move, I just use an input to get my own input. Born illegal message, just print out the message. And I have a simple AI. This inheritance, the AI player is built on top of player. So you can notice that I did not define a throw dice inside AI player. Because AI player, you will just reuse the throw dice function. Remember the throw dice, like here. The AI class is built on top of the player class. So the method of player class is actually accessible by AI. And I have a special logic for AI, so it will know which keys it has. And when select move, it just randomly choose a one to move. Form illegal, just do nothing. So inside the main function, is basically just the game flow. This is the benefit of OOP. After you go through all of this, inside your main function, you can just focus on the higher level logic. And you don't need to worry about the implementation because you already done there before. Is everything okay? So this is basically what OOP is. And the workshop problem is about tic-tac-toe. Because the original one I prepared, I feel like that can be a little bit too difficult. So I changed it to tic-tac-toe. Can I just send it in the chat? I have a template. Addition or Yo? Anyways. Okay. I just send it. So inside the template, there is a simple tic-tac-toe I written. There are only 3 functions you need to implement. Try to implement them. The first one is make move. I already ensure the move is legal, and you just need to implement the move logic here, like putting the character into the board. The second function you need to implement is game and identify when the game has ended. And the third one, you tell the winner. And by the way, I made the game control a little bit. So can you see the number pad of your keyboards? So I use the number pad to control. So for example, number 9 is on the top right corner. So if I put in 9, it will put my symbol on the top right corner. And 7 top left. And 2 will be bottom, like this. So you don't need to worry about the control here. The logic I already included inside the template. So see here, I already include the logic of converting the number pad to row and column, so you don't need to worry about that. So just like that, try to do it. And if you have any question, I'm always here. Oh, I didn't open my camera. Okay, I forgot. So let me mute myself. If you have any question, I'm still here. And please don't be shy to reach out. Can you tell me the error? Maybe screenshot or copy and paste. Expect an independent block being served. Oh, okay. So because I did not implement the GMN function, so it actually cannot run. The template I sent you actually cannot run. You need to like complete 3 functions. And about the intention error, because I don't think the winner is a block inside GMN, so it tells you to make another intent, but actually it's not. So yeah, this should go away after you implement the GMN function properly. If anyone has completed the problem, you can share your solution in chat, and I will share my solution like 10 minutes later. So I hope everyone has completed the problem, and I will share my solution. So here is my solution of the make move method. So the very first thing is just like, if the move is legal, I just set the corresponding variables, corresponding elements into the symbol of the player, and then I update the counters. So here I have several counters to keep track on the number of X and O on each row, column, and diagonal. So I just update them correspondingly. And you can notice that this part of the code is actually a bit redundant, and they can actually be optimized. So I will leave that as a homework, try to figure out how to make it more simple. And then update the counter for empty space. So if empty space initially is 9, once it hits 0, the game will end. Also update the player symbol. So if this turn player is X, the next turn will be O, otherwise it will be X. And identifying game N will be like this. First, I check if the game has a winner. If the game has a winner, then the game is ended, obviously. Otherwise, I check the empty space is 0 or not. If yes, the game is still ended. If no, the game is still in progress. Here I check winner. Just simply iterate through all counters and check if there is a X counter hit 3 or a O counter hit 3. And similarly, the code is redundant and there is a better way. Try to figure it out. And if the function did not exist through here or here, then it means the game has no winner, so it will return none. So hope you get the solution correctly. If you implement it correctly, we can now play the game like that. It should work smoothly. So I will share the code inside the chat. And any question? If no question, I will move the floor back to Force. And thanks everyone.
Okay, thank you very much, Jia Hong, for the whole session and also sharing with us your knowledge and skills, and as well as preparing such interesting questions and workshop codes for us to try. So everyone, do you guys have any questions or like any feedback to pass on to us? Just feel free to chat in the chat box, or if you're too shy, just PM me, okay? So do you guys get the solution just now for the game? Like maybe can raise up your hand if you did it, or you are still in the midst of trying. Give me some reactions. Anyone? Got it? I saw some thumbs up. So you guys have the copy of code here, and like I mentioned previously, if you have any questions and you would like to listen to the verbal explanation, you'll be able to access the video on our YouTube probably in next few weeks. We will get it done and post on our YouTube, and the channel can be accessible like via our social media. Just check out the link or search for XMUM Tech Club on YouTube. So before we end this session, can I request everyone to turn on your camera for group photo taking session? Turn on your cameras, guys. Show me your faces. Any new students here joining the orientation tonight? You guys want to turn on your camera? Hi, Yippee. Thank you for turning on your camera. Hi, Elise. Did I pronounce it correctly? Alice. Anyone else? Few more? Hi, Jingpo. You solved your error, right? Anyone else? Like, I can wait for like 3 more minutes, perhaps. Don't be shy, guys. Like, I don't eat anyone, you know. Just talk to me. And like, I'm year 4 already, so like quite old lah. So if you guys have any questions, just hit us up. We can help you as much as possible. But don't ask me like, oh, if I go back to school now, need to pay hostel fee or not? I don't know. I don't know that one. But you can ask me anything you face in like your academics or what lah. Especially software engineering. Foundation one, I a bit too old already maybe outdated now. Okay, any other members want to turn on your camera? And also shameless plug in here. Join our club if you're interested in tech. It's free for now. It's free for now. So join us before we start charging members fee. Just join us, and like after today's workshop, in probably end of this month or next month, beginning of next month, we will have some expert sharing session. Like we will invite industry experts to give some talk to like give you some insights on what is happening out there, you know. And also another workshop coming up soon. Yeah. Okay. I guess the others are too shy. Okay, let me take a photo. I will include it's gonna let me change another scene. You can where's the okay. So on a count of 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Let me get this. And maybe let's change another scene. If you're on the together mod, you'll see us, you know. Change a cool one this one. Okay. On a 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you for turning on your cameras, and thank you everyone for joining with us today. So if you have any questions, just contact us via our social medias. And also, if you have any topics that you would like to figure it out related to tech, you can contact us and we will have our explore session every week where we share related tech knowledge, like we shared on blockchain, NFT, cybersecurity, whatever. So if you have something that you want to know, we can do it out for you. Yeah, that's all for today. Enjoy your day and stay safe, everyone. See you back on campus if we return to campus. Bye.